Bet that sounds better. Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamlined Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. And the best part about my job, frankly, is that I get to meet law firms from all over the country and learn about how they're organized. And as a sociology major, the way that individuals within these firms interact is fascinating to me. And tonight I want to talk to you about the firms with multiple attorneys specifically. Now, some of you I see are hiring attorneys to do project work, whether they're an associate or a contract attorney, they're handling pieces of a matter, but the main oversight of that case still remains with you as the managing attorney or the owner. And the challenge with this method is that keeping up with the day-to-day oversight of these cases really can become overwhelming to you and limits the amount of cases that you're able to handle as a firm, and often sacrificing the management tasks that you're still responsible for around your firm. Now, others of you I see hiring attorneys and giving them full autonomy to just run a case, but also not just to run the case, but also to, bill and collect for it as they see fit. And while that seems to sometimes make sense with your, compensational package that you're giving them, the challenge is that you're kind of at their mercy as to show how successful you are, right? If they aren't motivated, you're tied to that unmotivated ship, essentially. And of course, you can have minimums that they have to meet, but their fate is tied to, or rather your fate is tied to their fate. And you don't always have a lot of oversight. And so for those of you out there trying to hire and manage and structure the work of additional attorneys, I'd suggest to you that there is a better way. Instead of holding on to the management of every case so that you're constantly feeling overwhelmed despite the help that you've hired, and instead of being hands-off and abdicating to the attorney's methods and hoping that they're good, I'd encourage you to find a middle ground to maximize the benefits of leveraging that attorney's time. And so I would allow them to manage their own cases, but provide them with procedures that will increase their chances of success. So I'm thinking of things like, requiring each attorney to conduct a regular review of all their files, right? And document what happened in that review so that we have that kind of paper trail, if you will. Hopefully a digital paper trail. I'm thinking of things like requiring evergreen retainers that will promote healthy billing relationships with their clients. And so you don't get stuck into a situation where they continue work and you haven't been paid at any point. I'm also thinking of things like requiring the use of a task management system so that you as the owner have some way of seeing the progress that's being made on these cases, or not, frankly, if it's not being made. And being able to track that progress so that if there are complaints later or things do come up later, there is that trail that we can look back at or hopefully look at in advance to anticipate problems that could happen. And so I feel like by having these procedures and by requiring these within your firm, you are promoting a healthier workplace. You are promoting a healthier and more successful firm, even while using attorneys that are able to, experienced and trained enough and able to run cases on their own. So there are business practices that do enable both you and the attorneys on your team to be successful without having to handle every file. And I want you to trust but verify that your attorneys are providing your clients with a level of service that you expect and that you want them to bring to the client. And so thanks for hearing me out today. Let us know if you need any help. I know this can be adjustment for some of the firms out there, and I know this can be a big change for others, but I do feel like this middle ground is where I see firms becoming most successful. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, guys. Have a great evening.